Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Wait a Minute. My videos, my thoughts, and I'm sharing them with you. We are driving in a winter wonderland, and you get to join us because you're invited and stuff. I wanted to talk about people who are just miserable. People who, for whatever reason, are at a place in their life where they just want to be, not want to be, but they want to express how miserable they are. But they don't express it in a way that you think they would. Okay, let's start with that. So, hey, you guys, good to see you, good to be seen by you and all that stuff. People can be like incredibly cruel. And it was said to me about 1 million times, especially when I was going through stuff, by other people who know things. I don't know if they've been through things, but they know things. That these people that bully and mistreat and use and abuse, it's because hurting people hurt people. And I know that that's a catchy saying, and it's true. But it's not an excuse. And this is where I'm going with today. Misery loves company, but misery does not love company. People want to say, that, like you're going through something and somebody else is going through something, and then you get clean, let's say for drugs or whatever, you get above whatever it is. And then the people that you knew that were still in the same area of their life, still like down there, over there somewhere, when they see you do well, it's everything they can do to disrespect and to, rather than look out for you, protect you, guide you to keep you going on in your success, rather than them getting off their behind and doing something, they want you to come back down where they're at. Okay. Now I don't have I don't have any specific person in mind. Nobody in particular, I swear. But I've seen this over and over and over again, that it could be just about anybody. We go through life and we think we're doing good and we're okay, whatever, blah blah, and we got our friends, blah 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 blah, and we're floating along. And then one day we just realize that, you know what, we're not doing as good as we think we should be doing. We want to do better, and we're just, you can't soar with the eagles when you run with the turkeys, and you're like, here we go, and you're doing everything your friends are doing, and they're doing everything you're doing. Okay, that's the beginning. But then this isn't anything applied to you in your particular area, whether it be drug abuse, whether it be sin, whether it be just maturity, or whatever the case may be. When you start to better yourself, look around you and see the people that are trying to pull you back down, that aren't encouraging you, that aren't lifting you up, and aren't helping you in any way to stay in the good spot that you found yourself in. Now, a lot of people say, misery loves company, and hurting people hurt people. But I want to take away the excuse today. While it's true that people who are hurting do hurt people, it's not because they have to. It's because they don't know any other way, many of them. And some of them it's because they do know another way, but it requires them to make commitments and put forth effort to do the work, and they're not willing to do that. And watching you do better makes them feel worse. So in their mind, whether they know it or not, they need to bring you down a few notches so that you're either at their level or below them, because they'll feel better about themselves if you're less than they are, as far as whatever it is you're doing. So I watch people do this all the time, and someone just recently said, misery loves company, and then I said, either out loud or in my brain, but does it? I know that people who are miserable want other people to come down with them. I get that. But that's not because misery loves company. That's because misery doesn't love company. That's because I want you to come down here because I don't love you. I want you to be below me because I don't wish the best for you. I want me. It's all about me. And that's not the same as misery loves company. You get what I mean? hope that's making sense to everybody else. To me, it made all kinds of sense, whole lot, or whole kind, whatever you want to say. I look at people who are like that, and that doesn't look like love to me. That doesn't even look sort of good. It looks like hurtful and sad, and I wish it wasn't like that, but I see it all the time. So don't fool yourself, please. Misery does not love company. Misery hates company. Misery wants company to suck. Misery wants anything around it to suck worse than it does. So it doesn't have to try. It doesn't have to perform. It doesn't have to do anything better than what it's already doing, because the company can go down low and misery looks better. That is not love, folks. It's not. So if you got people in your life, I'm here to tell you right now, if you got people in your life right now that are trying to pull you down because you're doing better and they want you to come down and hang with the dogs, yeah, check that out. Look around you. Think about what that person is showing you. Now, granted, people are people and people make mistakes. I understand that. And people can be screwed up. I get that too. But that's not an excuse to say that them hurting you is justified. Them hurting you is, that's completely understandable because they're hurting. Well, yeah, that's a reason, but that's not an excuse for that person. That person can pull their head out of their behind and do something right if they want to bad enough. They can at least try. I'm not saying everybody wins when they try. I'm just saying, you can use a reason and say, okay, the reason why I'm feeling this way is because of this. I get that. Reasons, I believe that's a reason, because people that are really screwed up have a hard time reaching out and doing things. I get that. But when you are the person that's doing well and that other person tries pulling you down, can you not see that they're hurting you, whether either on purpose or they just don't care about your progress? We were talking about, a friend of mine and I were talking about how he was doing really super well. He done, comparison to where he was, was putting his life back together, doing a good thing, and one of his old friends, out of love, was there for him and got him right back into the same stuff he was doing before. And this guy even admitted, though, that it wasn't like he can completely blame the other guy, because you can't blame somebody else for your mistakes, but he did contribute to his falling from the progress he's already made, because he said that they were buddies, they were brothers, they were pals, but really all he wanted was to make sure that he was doing as poorly as he was, because he didn't want to do any better, but he saw his friend doing better and better, and that he had to do something about that. Whether he intentionally did it or not, I don't know. It looked like he intentionally did it. And I do know that other person is lazy in his resolve. He doesn't try to do any better than he already is. And when he does badly, it does look like he's trying to bring other people down with him. It does. Again, not making excuses, not making accusations, just saying that's what I see. So this person and I were talking about it, and he realized at one point that this is what those people were doing for him. Those people were saying that they loved him, saying that they cared about him, but in all actuality, they weren't doing him any favors. If anything, they were dragging him down and keeping him down, because they didn't encourage him, they didn't uplift him, they didn't, like the things that they were doing around him, they didn't show any respect to his feelings or where he was from and the fact that he was trying, and they almost tried to get him to come back. It's almost like they're reaching out to him saying, come on dude, let's party, let's do whatever the thing was. Like an alcoholic, it's your buddy's birthday, and he's an alcoholic. And he's an alcoholic. He quit drinking. This is the first year he's been sober in all the years that you've known him. And for his birthday, you take him to the bar and start buying him free drinks. To me, guys, that's not love. That is absolute callousness for your fellow man. That's watching that seeing that, recognizing that they've made progress, and then just peeing on it, So, I hope this makes sense to you guys. I feel like it's not... my mind isn't working as clear as I want it to on this, because it's kind of a big deal to me. Misery loves company? No. Misery does not love company. Just saying.